Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Smash Dispatch podcast. As always, I am one of your hosts, Fidel, and I'm joined by my co-host here, Ultima.
Hello.
How are you all doing? And as another week goes by with no Nintendo Direct and no Smash stuff and no nothing, we will be talking about another subject this week. So this week we're actually going to be focusing on items throughout the Super Smash Bros. Series. We're gonna be.
I feel like items, they aren't talked about or like nearly as like hyped up as other things, which is like understandable. But I think it's still a neat way to get representation of a series in Smash that, like, you know, however minor it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's like items are something that I feel like we always talk about this throughout episodes in general. Like, as we grow older, we care less and less about them just because we, we're playing competitively and stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely where also I just think that items for me have gradually become less fun to play with.
Oh, really?
I guess we'll sort of explain that as we like go through like how they progress through the games. But I felt like there's a very clear turning point where like after Brawl, like I only played Brawl with items on, and then after Brawl, when I was like playing with the items on Smash 4, like something clicked where it was just like this isn't fun, like this is just cheap and annoying.
Right, exactly.
But that to me, it's not that. It very much was something where like the design philosophy in items really shifted, in my opinion, and less that like. I just hate items because I don't mind playing with items every so often, but it's definitely not like what my main focus is anymore, you know?
Right, yeah. I mean, do we count assist trophies as items? Are we counting them? Because I feel like if we do,
I feel like well, we can count Pokeballs and assist trophies as items, but I wouldn't discuss like anything specific about like who is inside of them, because I feel like that's like a topic for a whole nother video.
You're right. Because it's just
they are items. They are items. They're listed as items. So,
but like, yeah, it's funny how like the specific items. There's so many throughout the series. I mean, obviously the most biggest and notable one that was ever added was the Smash Ball, right, in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like Final Smashes are so iconic to the series now. And it was really cool because, you know, Final Smashes were planned since the first game.
Yeah, of
There's
course.
like a line of Ness saying PK Starstorm, so it's really cool that finally got to be realized. You know, I think it could have actually honestly been in Melee, but Melee was like made so fast that they probably just couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's a lot to animate and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, here's the thing, like, I feel like from Brawl, like, prior, like Brawl, Melee, and the original, I feel like items were just a fun distraction and something to like help you in combat.
Right.
But in Smash 4 onwards, they became like the whole combat. Like items, like I feel like there's way too many items in Smash 4 and Ultimate that just like kill you outright.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like obviously the big benefit of items in general is how much Sakurai Cut lets you customize. Right. The fact that you can put it on super high, medium, low, very low, or you can
choose what items you want. So you can have specific things. Like I know for a fact, I definitely had like this Pokemon battles where like you had to pick up one Pokeball and throw them at the same time and see like who would get hit by what. You know?
Yeah. And I mean like in general that's such a cool concept. But yeah, like for like we'll get into all like our favorite items and stuff. But, like Smash Ball is obviously one that I think what was so cool about it was that. That idea that it's a fight for it, right? Where like when that Smash Ball appears, it's everyone's priority on the map, and it shifts how everyone's thinking about the match in that moment, where everyone's just going to try to hit that thing, and it drives you crazy when you're like, I've hit this thing 5 times, why isn't it like popping in me? It's like
it's actually funny because like recently they nerfed the Smash Ball. They made it easier to break.
Oh,
like,
really?
A few patches ago, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, I love that. I mean, I love how it will go across the map and everyone will chase for it. I feel like that's like something that's really defining of Smash now. Like everybody's had matches where like, oh yeah, like everyone was going after Smash Ball, that sort of thing, you know. And then they added the fake one, which is also funny.
Yeah, that was genius.
You just don't pay attention.
Yeah, that's my favorite, like, in general, like, item in Smash. That's one of my favorite items in Smash Ultimate, the fake Smash Ball, because it's so funny, especially when they're both there. And obviously when you're like you can tell, obviously, if you super look at it, but like when you're in the heat of a match and you're just like flailing around, it can just get you and just cause chaos.
Yeah, I was gonna say that aside from the fake Smash Ball, I really enjoyed. Well, okay, I really liked the idea of the staff item where, like, you know, it shoots farther away.
Right.
Or it does more damage farther away. But then, you know what? It hit me. I was like, why isn't this just a move on Dark Pit?
Right, yeah,
You know what?
exactly. Yeah, I wish.
Staff.
Yeah, I know. I know, right? That would have been so cool if it was. I mean, like, yeah, so what are, like, well, we can go individuous. Like, what are some of your favorite items in general, if we were to go each one?
I am always a big fan of the hammer.
Of course.
I think the hammer is just a really fun item, like, because, you know, in older games, it was like, you know, it's very powerful, but it was always like funny to, like, trick someone and get them off the edge and watch them fall and die with the hammer. Like, there's always, like, the risk you have. Like,
yeah, because back then the hammer was 100%
with
the
it.
kill. Because now they introduced the gold hammer and regular hammer. But back then the hammer itself was just, if someone got that, it was over for you.
Yeah, but or you could, like, you know, like I said, if you were smart enough, you could get them off the edge and they can't jump with it.
Yeah.
With the gold hammer in Brawl, that's also pretty funny because, you know, sometimes it's just a squeaky hammer.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Which is also and you have the, like, squeak sound effect over it.
Yeah,
That's pretty
it's
funny
so
too.
cute,
I like both the hammers, honestly.
And I love when the hammer loses its head and you're just, like, flailing your stick with nothing on it, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, that too. But you can throw the hammer head.
Yeah,
I love that
exactly.
item. Like.
That's
the
smart.
item has, like, the risk to it, but also, like, you know, you can still do a lot with the item in general with the, you know, throwing the head and all that sort of good stuff. The other item that I really love since Brawl, and the soccer ball. Soccer ball is so funny.
Oh my god, yes. It's so great.
You just never know where it's going to fly off to, and you can just, like, hit random people with it, and it's always fun. I really like the soccer ball a lot.
We know is that soccer ball specifically from, like, Strikers, or do we know, like, if it's from some, or is it just soccer ball?
I think they claimed that it's, like, from NES Soccer, like the original Soccer.
Okay.
But I feel like the Brawl trophy for soccer, the soccer ball is just, like, the actual sport. Like, it just credits the actual sport.
Exactly. And so, I think one of my favorites also that was introduced in Brawl that I love to this day is the Dragoon pieces. Because
that's another one where you have a mad dash to see who can get it all.
It's so cool because it's like it's an item that has multi-layered stuff. Like, for example, it's an item where that item cannot be activated for 10 minutes, right? If all of you are hitting each other, knocking a piece out of you, trying to get that item, knocking it out of someone else, it's like that can go on forever. And then it's like that stress of when you get it, trying to aim that reticle at, like, your opponent and everyone trying to run away from it. That's, like, that item in general is so genius because, like, it's not just a hit and take it, it's a fight for the pieces, and then it's like a race to dodge it, and it's a race to try to aim your reticle correctly at your enemy.
Yeah, it's always what I like about the Dragoon more than the Daybreak, because that's another one you have to pay attention.
For sure.
I think the Dragoon is just way more fun to use, like, because you know the cursor's on the screen, you have much more freedom. The Daybreak, it feels very clunky to aim. You know what I mean?
It's
like, and there's, like, a big delay when you aim it, but the Dragoon is just instant, you know.
The Daybreak, what's cool about it is it feels like a massive, like, Kamehameha or some shit where it just blasts your opponent into, like, hell. It's really great.
And I would say when I was looking up all the items, there's a lot of items in Melee that just never showed up again. Like,
I'm trying to see.
There's the barrel cannon. If you remember that, when you throw it at someone and they get launched out.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh my god.
There's a screw attack where, like, it made someone do Samus's up B if you threw it at them.
Didn't they? No, I think that stayed because
they changed it into a badge.
Oh,
but it
right.
used to be a thrown item.
Yeah, you're right.
And then there's the parasol.
Right.
Which is, like, from Kirby, which is, like, you float on. And then there was also the cloaking device, which made you invisible, which I'm surprised that they never brought back that one. I felt like that was a fun one to have, but...
Oh, yeah, they didn't bring that back. Yeah. It's weird.
There's a lot of... Yeah, I feel like they experimented with a lot of items.
Yoshi's egg was an item. I don't remember that one either.
Yoshi's egg was an item in an event mode, but, like, there were eggs as items.
Okay,
right.
That's great.
You could just get regular eggs from, like, Chansey or capsules, I think.
God. One of my favorites, too, was in Brawl, and this is the one game where this is that bad, the fan. in Brawl the Fan, if you just spam A on someone, you're stuck in there the entire time. Like, they nerfed it in
Yeah, the
Smash
fan was
4.
always like that. They cut that item
course,
after Brawl 2 because I think they realized it was one of the items that wasn't fun.
Yeah, no, because the fan, I literally remember I'd be with my friends, and if you just spam A and someone's next to you, that's it. You can get up to like 300, 400% just for fun.
And it breaks shields. You can't even shield it.
Yeah. It's just that item was so hilarious back then, just like throwing that around and stuff. That's really a good one. What's another classic?
Oh, also in Melee, sometimes if you broke like crates, there would be like enemies from the adventure mode inside. Like I've had it happen only a few times, but I distinctly remember like getting like a Tofi, like one of the little ice skating dudes from Ice Climbers on it.
Right? Yeah. I remember that. And there's even
that'd be so cool if something like that could be implemented. Like imagine, well, it wouldn't work in Ultimate, but like imagine if in Smash 4, like you could like break a crate and like an enemy from Smash Run or something.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Also, another funny classic one is Mr. Saturn, which for the longest time I did not like understand like what the fuck he did.
No, of course I didn't know what anything on Mr. Saturn.
So creepy.
Because, obviously, I only really knew a lot about Earthbound or more around like Brawl era when I like looked into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mr. Saturn, I like that when you're playing as Peach and you can just pull it out randomly.
Yeah, exactly. The random Peach pulls are really funny as always.
Well, yeah. Well, speaking of that, I think it's really cool that series can be represented in Smash through items. Like,
for sure. Yeah.
Obviously, most of the time the items are already reflected by like characters who are in the game, but every so often you get like cool stuff like Unira that or the Galaga boss that are like of things that aren't in Smash.
Yeah. No, I love like it's like. Again, that's a whole topic in general of how I feel like people underrate just how many franchises Smash adds and represents through different means than just characters and stages. Like it's like there's so many ways in Smash that they're represented, whether it's trophies or obviously recently spirits or items and assist trophies. Like that's a whole thing. Another one that's obviously like a classic is like the home run bat, right? Like.
Oh, everyone, yeah. The sound effect when you land the bat is like one of those most like iconic, satisfying noises. Yeah.
Like like when you get knocked by that, it's one of those things of you feel it and you feel that pain.
Yeah, and also like the just throwing it too. You hit that really big thwack.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love that's the thing about it. It's multi-layered of throwing it really hurts your opponent and hitting them with it hurts your opponent. It's really great. What's another item we got here?
Another item that's really fun. I always like the bumpers because they actually took out the bumper in Melee and they brought it back afterwards.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
What's fun, it's always fun to see someone get stuck between two bumpers. It doesn't matter. It's just always really funny to just see him bounce helplessly for like 10 seconds.
It's the funniest shit, dude. Another one, obviously another classic that I think we all love, the Warp Star. Like.
Yeah,
the worst are
I love it. Like it's so satisfying to just go.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you land,
I don't know what happened in Ultimate where like they made it so much more loose. Like if you move like it used to be when you move left and right when you're aiming, it would move very slowly. But like in Ultimate, if you move like super to the left, like your character goes flying like super far off. They made so much more loose. But the Warp Star, that's a classic because when you see that, you can just like boof on your opponent. It's great.
You know what is an item that I think is just really weird? The Haku tape bomb, like the bomb, the Olimar ship.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's weird because like it's sort of like it's sort of Olimar's final smash, but an item.
Yeah, kind of.
It's a really weird it's a really weird item.
Yeah. It's really it's odd. Another one is what's it called? Oh, one that I really think was genius that they added in Smash 4 was the special flag. I think that was such a smart idea where you can gain a life, but you just have to stand, like, you really have to stand and watch your opponent hold that thing up, and everyone's, like, fighting to kill you by that point, and it's the funniest thing. Like, that's...
It's actually... They actually, like, did the opposite now, because now they have the bomber, and the bomber is, like, you're holding it, and everyone has to get away from you.
Exactly, It's like that, like, to me... Like, those are my favorite items. The ones where it's like, it's not just something that hits an opponent. It's something that kind of shifts what everyone's thinking about doing in the match,
Yeah, I like that. I like items that have like player interaction to them.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Even stuff like the boss Galaga or the beetle, where it's like it creates an obstacle in your way that you have to go around or avoid.
Right. Yeah,
you know, like an actual platformer. Like I'm just not a big fan of items that just like kill you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
like,
I get you.
Like that, like Death Sight. Like it's funny it's a funny image to see like some characters holding a sight like that, but also just like instantly dying at 100. Okay, Rage Blaster is like, you know, you just get shot across the map and die. Okay,
Yeah.
like, you know, items like that just aren't, or Smart Bomb. Like I just don't like items like that, but items that you have a layer of player interaction with them, I think, are the most fun.
Right, yeah, for sure, yeah. Oh my god, one that fucking drove me crazy from Smash 4, and I think has driven everyone crazy, is Gust Bellows, right? When someone
Oh, yeah, that is another item that I think most people agree is probably one of the worst ones in the game.
It makes me scream. Like, it's funny, but it's like the most, like, there's no way of getting out of it, because someone just pushes you and you're gone.
Yeah, exactly. It's so hard to avoid because they can move and jump around with it. You know?
It's so fucking weird.
Oh man, you know what? You know what? I'm surprised they never brought back. I missed a cracker launcher from Brawl, the firecracker shooter,
oh my
where you can
god,
angle it and move around. That was such a fun item. I love it. I wish that one came back.
Yeah, that's another one. We have, what else we got? We obviously, like, the Smart Bomb is one that's kind of been, like, synonymous with Smash now, right? Where you just toss it, just a massive explosion on someone.
It's funny how, like, it took until Ultimate to, like, not hurt you if you throw it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I remember that it was, like, the Smart Bomb, but everyone was like, oh, it's a dumb bomb because it hits you anyways.
Oh, man. What's the other one you got here that's really cool? There's so many.
Well, I think in general, like, I like the team healer. Like, I'm not someone who like plays doubles a lot, but I like that they made an item specifically for doubles.
Yeah, that was a cool idea. I agree. Oh yeah, another one that's been like a weird one that was like, it reminded me of Crash so much is like the crates, right? Like there's the barrel, there's the rolling crate, and there's the regular crate. It's just such a random item. Like, obviously, I get it has the Smash logo on it, but like, it's so funny because like some of them have items in them, some of them are just bombs, some of them are just like when you hit someone with that rolling crate, they just go flying up. It's like, it's so funny.
Oh, rolling crate is fun because you can like stand on top of it and hit it, and you go sliding around.
Yeah.
I remember,
my
like in Brawl especially when they added that item. We would do Ganondorf's up tilt on it, and like the wind on it would cause you to like zoom across the screen. My friends and I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Oh my god!
Like rolling crate is always fun. Also, you can like stack rolling crates on top of each other.
Oh
and that's
yeah,
also
I remember
super
that.
Hilarious.
I remember that. Oh my god.
Yeah, the rolling crate has like so much like wacky potential to it. But you know what else is also cool about the crates and the barrels, which I'm glad you mentioned. Something like a minor detail is that like certain characters carry them like at like faster speeds when they move them. Like Donkey Kong like carries the barrel like really easy, like really like quickly because he's Donkey Kong, but other characters like move slower with the barrel.
It's so funny to see. Like I love those. Yeah, it's like I love when they have special animations because everyone has to have an animation of them carrying the barrel. So which is really funny.
And Mewtwo, I always thought Mewtwo's was the coolest as a kid because he just like levitates.
Yeah, he just floats.
That's
so dope. I love that one. One that they introduced also in what's called, I think it was in 4, not Ultimate, but the beetle, right? Where you just throw it and someone just goes flying up unless they spam their controller.
Yeah, we get the mash out, like, because it's one of those things where it's like, you don't even realize it's happening.
Exactly,
you know? It's the same with the Galaga.
Yeah, the Galaga one's really funny. Oh my god. Like, I find that one's hilarious because you just have this old classic 8-bit ship just slowly like spinning you around as you float upwards, and it's just so funny to me. Like that's
I do wonder I wonder what sort of the philosophy is for like cutting certain items. Like I feel like because items always change, and they always want to introduce new ones. But I feel like items are such a weird thing to cut. I mean, maybe they do it based off of player feedback or something.
Right? Yeah, that is.
I feel like
weird.
It's not a lot to keep an item in the game. So
I wonder how they. Yeah, I wonder if they just see it as like, we don't want the games to necessarily have like a shit ton of items. We want like a certain amount, because we've never, like, we know that they never add items as DLC or as any part of like whether it's free DLC or with the character packs, like they never add items. So clearly when they just pick them and they put them in, like that's it for the item roster.
Which is something I feel like I would like to see, like any sort of form of update at all would always be like a welcome addition. Like especially for Pokemon and assist trophies, which, I mean, they are items. Like, it would have been, how cool would it have been if it's like, oh, Sword and Shield comes out, we're updating Smash to have Pokeballs really can now spawn like certain Gen 8 Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, like I would like, it's like, it's something that never happens, but yeah, it would be cool. I feel like, hey, now that when Joker comes out, now you have what's like a cool item from Persona that they could put. I mean, they could have different personas as items, right? Like that would have been a cool mechanic.
Yeah, they could be an assist trophy, or like there are items in Persona like that do damage. I think I'm trying to think of, like, there's a, I can't remember the name, but there's like a doll that like is a thrown item and can do like curse damage. So it'd be something that could like apply like Joker's side B to people if you're not playing Joker, you know?
Yeah. Because we'll do our own episode for assist trophies, because that's like a whole cool bag of worms. But,
that's a whole another can of worms. But still,
another cool item is the that I really love throughout is the not throughout, the one I think they added in Smash. Is it Smash 4 or Smash Ultimate? The launch star from Galaxy.
Galaxy was in when it was in 4.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Like Rosalina.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was really clever of an item, where someone just walks into it or floats, or you hit them into it and they go launching in a direction. I found that was really funny.
Yeah, I think like it's one of those things that can like screw you as much as it screws over other people.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's pretty, like, I always like items that have can have a downside.
Yeah, exactly.
To them, you know?
Like the party ball. I love the party ball, because you always, like, let's say you're desperate and you see that party ball, you're like, please give me a bunch of items, please. And then you open it and it could be like 10 bombs just flailing around.
Yeah, you know, because sometimes you get too eager and you're just like, you're mashing A to get an item, and just you pick up like a ton of bombs and you just die. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Those are always funny. It's like the same thing with like how capsules can just explode.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. I love those. Like, I love that's like party ball, capsules, crates, and all those things. It's so funny because you just never know what's gonna come out of them. What's another one that we got here? I mean, lightning, right?
I like that. I like that they added the killing edge from Fire Emblem, because it took this long to get a Fire Emblem weapon as an item. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a good idea on their part.
Man, Melee had the flipper too. What an awful item.
Which one was that?
It was like, it had like 2 red balls and it would just stay in place and
spin
around.
Yes, yeah.
The balloon fight one.
God.
Yeah, there's so many items in Melee that they just never brought back. They also the red shell got cut out as well.
Oh, it did,
which is like the shell that would home in on you.
That's so weird. Oh my god, yeah, I hate the fucking flipper. Oh my god, Jesus. Oh yeah, they brought in the blue shell. I remember. Yeah, that was I think they replaced it with the blue shell.
Yeah, they replaced the red shell with the blue shell.
Blue shell's really funny too.
I know, because the red shell wasn't in Melee, but that's basically what the replacement was.
Because there's no item that, because I think the blue shell is the only item that hones in on the first place player in this game.
Which I think is a hilarious detail.
Yeah, exactly.
It always is like hovering above your head, and you have to like get out of the way in time.
It's almost crazy that it wasn't in sooner, because obviously like the blue shell is like synonymous with Mario Kart.
Yeah, because they added all the Mario Kart representation in Brawl, and it wasn't in Brawl, and neither was the red shell, so it was kind of weird that item wasn't there. But they had the lightning in Brawl. And the lightning is also like an iconic Mario
The
Kart.
lightning is one. That's like the lightning and timer are really funny because of the reverse it can do. Like if you can make it can happen that you're the one who shrinks, or time slows down on yourself, as opposed to it being the opposite.
Yeah, I like that. I really, really like the timer, because the timer is just like do some crazy combo for like 10 seconds,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah. Like that's like, it's like timer is just so funny, because like it can just seeing everyone in slow-mo, you're just trying to do your best to hit as many people as you want, or just home in on one of your friends and just keep beating on them.
Right.
Yeah, but that's like in general the thing about items is what's really cool about them is like I always associate them with friends, because the only times I ever want to use items is if like friends are in the mood for it. It's like like I don't like using them when I'm against like computers and stuff. Like obviously like there's like events and spirit battles that use them, but like that's fine. But I just mean like in terms of I never want to just play the game randomly with items. It has to be if like there's a bunch of friends and there's pure chaos.
No, it's true. Like I think my like multiplayer memories that are like most fond of Smash are with friends with items on. Like
exactly.
I feel like it's a very because when you're playing with friends, everyone's gonna react. Everyone has that one moment where like, oh, do you remember this game where like this thing exploded and blah blah blah. Like I think like genuinely, and I mean this, like Brawl Online, like back in the early online Brawl days with my friends playing with items. Though that's probably some of the most fun I've had with Smash, because that's where like, crazy stuff like, oh, Ganondorf on the rolling crate, or like, man, okay, this is hilarious. I was playing a Pokeball only match with friends where like we all had to throw one Pokemon at a time, and I swear to God, for like 20 minutes, we just kept getting Bonsly. There was nothing but Bonsly.
Oh my God.
It was so weird. Like, we were all like laughing our asses off. I was like, oh my God, what's it gonna be? I hope it's not Bonsly. And it was Bonsly, and we would just laugh our asses off. I mean, like, same with Melee. Like, I only really play with items in Melee too, because I just, I wasn't like super good at Smash back then, and I just had a lot of fun with the items.
No.
So yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think items are definitely like a social thing.
For sure.
That's how like. Yeah, for sure.
And like to that point of like the thing, it's like I think there's some rounds where the settings like high volume a certain item or certain things, because like just like you said with that Pokemon, like I had one where I was playing with a friend once, and it's on YouTube. This is like years ago, like maybe it's like 10, almost 9 years ago, where like I'm recording like from a camera pointed to the TV, and Latios and Latias appeared like 50 times maybe. So I was like, there's clearly some kind of like a weird setting where like they just pop one character or item like a million times. It's really funny. I really like the bunny ears that make you go super fast.
Yeah, do you remember, everyone did this, right? Everyone picked Sonic, put on the bunny ears, and then you went to Big Blue, and it's like you could run, you were so fast, you could run along the floor of Big Blue.
I love that. In general, any Sonic challenge where you try to like go super fast is great.
Now, are there any Sonic items? There aren't there?
Wow, there isn't, right? Yeah, no, there's not.
That's so weird.
That really is weird, eh? Huh. But are there what third-party characters have items?
I don't know what could be a good item for Sonic to have.
I mean,
maybe like oh man, how cool would it be if like one of the computers that had like a shield like would pop up, and then you could break it and get like a free hit. You know?
Yeah. Wait, I'm trying to think. Do any of the third-party characters have items? I don't think so.
No, because I think. I think Death Scythe is a Castlevania item, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. That might be...
But that's the only one, right?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I never noticed
weird.
that, yeah. Huh.
Because I always thought the Death Scythe was from the Reapers from Kid Icarus.
Wait, yeah, no, that is that, yeah.
But I guess it's a Castlevania weapon, huh?
Wait, unless it is the Death Scythe from Kid Icarus. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Because, yeah, there is Death Scythe from Kid Icarus Uprising. That's weird. Yeah, I just realized there's no... They don't add third-party one... I mean, Galaga, I guess. But they co-develop it, so maybe that's different? Yeah, that
I mean, technically it is third-party.
Yeah.
I guess Galaga does count.
Exactly.
I would count Galaga.
Yeah. But it's
Special Flag, too, because Special Flag's from what, Pac-Man?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But because those are, because Namco co-developed the game.
Yeah.
I think that definitely it makes sense for them to be there.
Yeah.
It's less that it's kind of weird that there's no Sonic or
Metal
Gear
crazy.
items.
Yeah, I guess.
And and the Reaper Scythe from Kid Icarus has a different design.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, the Death Scythe in Smash Ultimate is a Castlevania weapon.
So it's probably they just invest their resources in other stuff and not the item. I feel like they actually keep the items to be more Nintendo stuff.
Nintendo or Smash Original.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that is definitely one of the places where Smash sort of oozes its own flavor because home run bat isn't from everything and everyone knows it. That sort of thing.
I mean, I love in general when the sandbag just shows up and like does nothing.
Do you remember in Brawl where you'd make a custom stage where you could just beat up the sandbag infinitely so you could get all the CDs and stickers?
That was
the CD
hilarious.
factories.
Oh man, that's great. We also have. I really like they introduced this in 4, I think, or I don't know, 4 Ultimate, the fire bar, where it's like the fire from Mario, where like
it gradually gets smaller.
Exactly.
Yeah, which makes sense because I feel like when you have a battering item, there's no incentive really to drop it unless you want to use your like normal smash attacks. But fire bar, it like goes away after a while. And I like
really
that.
Clever.
Like there's an incentive to like not hold on to it forever.
Yeah. A funny one that I can't believe it even took them till Smash 4 to add it was the cuckoos, right? Like that is obviously synonymous with Zelda, and I just love how like when you throw that at someone, it's like the funniest thing.
It's like the bees, the bees in Smash 4 2 that they chase you around. Like it's actually funny because I could easily have seen the cuckoo being an assist trophy, but they made it just an item. That's hilarious.
I guess. But I think it's because they wanted you to be able to throw it, right? Because you can't really throw assist trophies.
Because you could always throw cuckoos. Because in the games, you're always throwing them into the like, oh my cuckoos are loose. Can you help them get back? Blah blah blah.
What's another one that's a good one that you got here? I think.
Obviously the beam. Everyone knows the beam sword. Like that's another Smash original item.
Yeah,
it's funny how like it is very clearly a lightsaber, but they had to like change the sound effects so that it's not a lightsaber TM.
Yeah, no, again, like it's like you said, that is a really cool point that items are one of the few ways that Smash like has its own stuff. Like obviously. Like Smash is all Nintendo stuff, but it's cool to see like its own unique items that Sakurai and the team are just like, oh, let's put this random thing.
Right.
Also it was really cool.
Okay, what else is really cool? No, go ahead.
I was gonna say a clever one was the fairy bottle, right? Where if you're over 100%,
you have to break it, don't you?
Yeah, you have to you can only use it, I think, when you're at like 100%. I think that was the case.
Yeah, which I like more. Like generally, I think most people agree with this. If you're playing with items on, healing items are almost always turned off.
Yeah.
Like I never play with healing items.
Sure.
I feel like they make games go on for too long, or they're just like there's nothing more frustrating than playing against someone that get a heart container and they're back to full health.
Exactly. And you're like shit.
So a fairy bottle, I guess, is okay because you can't really get it like unless you're above a certain percent.
Yeah.
But I never play with healing items on ever.
So what were you gonna say next for that one?
I was gonna say like looking at the roster of like third-party characters. I wonder what like or just like some of the newer fighters in general. I wonder like what items would you add from their series?
I mean like let's think. Who do we have here? I mean like Mega Man.
Well, okay, so first off like Snake. I feel like you could have because Snake normally has like his normal grenades, right? What if you had like a flash grenade and it would make like the screen go white for a second?
Oh, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. Or I mean, we have like Mega Man, right? You could obviously you could have the E-tanks or something. You could have.
I honest to God, I thought the E-tank was in Smash. Like I thought I thought it spawned on like the Mega Man stage or something. Did it? No, I don't think it did.
No, I don't think
right?
so. I don't think so. But
yeah, that could have been a cool healing.
That would have been a cool healing item, or even if they just had those little what are they called? The little yellow bomber guys that just spit and like shield on the ground.
Oh, I feel like I know.
What you're talking about, like the ones with the construction helmets from Mega Man.
Oh, the metal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would have been a cool little item that you like throw and
you could pick them up and throw them around.
What's another cool one?
For what we said for Joker, it could be like a curse stall.
For sure.
What about Banjo-Kazooie? Because there's a ton of stuff you pick up in Banjo-Kazooie, right?
I think. I mean, I guess. Because in Banjo, it's mostly power-ups that you use that make Banjo and Kazooie do different moves, right? It's not necessarily about items that you use in there. Yeah, that is a weird one. I mean, obviously...
What if you... Maybe like, the feathers you collect to fly in the air. What if you could, like, pick up one of those feathers and get an extra jump?
Oh, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool.
And then, obviously, there's so much in Dragon Quest.
Of course, yeah.
That you could use, like... I'm not like I haven't played the series like that extensively, so I don't really know anything.
I mean, Dragon
specific
Quest, I
for
guess the
items,
thing is, all attacks are like his specials. Like it's like any weird, funny move that like it's like I would have said like that some of the spells that he has would be items, but obviously he has them all in his moveset, so that's what's really funny about Hero. I mean, for a character like even
Slime could have been maybe Slime.
yes, oh yeah, Slime could have been a cool item. I feel like they would have given.
You know how the bomb like sits there and walks around. It could have
Mm-hmm.
been Slime, and he moves around, and like he, you know how in you know how in some spirit battles it's like the floor is sticky and you can't jump high.
Right.
It would have been cool if you like throw that and then they can't like jump high.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
They get covered and stuck with the slime. That'd be hilarious.
It's hard to say for characters like even characters like Terry and Ryu because their games are
Terry,
just
Ryu,
fighting
and
games.
Ken, there really isn't anything.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
There are no items.
Yeah, I mean that series is more represented by assist trophies, because obviously
Yeah,
you want to show those characters somehow. But yeah, like I mean for like you were saying for Sonic, I mean for Sonic you could have had like, I don't know, you could have had Froggy jumping around doing his thing. You could have had like Tails' mech.
I feel like
maybe.
the shield terminals would have been like
Yeah,
would have been
yeah,
great.
that
Where
would
you
have
just
been
get like a extra shield.
Yeah.
Man, it sucks that we have nothing of like. Man, it could have
That
been
is
cool,
really
like the
weird.
materia thing, like like imagine if there was like an item that was like that on a smaller scale or something.
Yeah.
Like it sucks that Final Fantasy has to get like kicked
for
in
sure.
so much.
Yeah, I mean if Final Fantasy could have had a bunch of just like the amount of spells and items you have in there.
Yeah, like even assist trophies could have been big for Final Fantasy.
Yeah?
We just didn't get any of it.
Are there any items in general?
I'm surprised that I'm surprised that they could have made the splat bomb just like an item if it wasn't part of Inkling's kit.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what I was gonna say. Like, what items from series that aren't third party that are just in the game that you would have liked to see items for?
I think another Splatoon item would have been really welcome.
Yeah.
Like there's there's a lot of different thrown explosives in Splatoon that aren't the splat bomb because there's like. There's the one that like homes in on you. There's the suction bombs that like
Right.
stick to surfaces.
Right.
Hell, even the splash wall that would have been sick. Like
Yeah.
you throw it down and like you can't get shot from projectiles
that'd be really
behind it
cool.
for a
That'd be really
period.
cool.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, I mean, like Kirby has a fuck ton of items. Like that's like one of the most well represented
That's
items.
that's the Sakurai.
Yeah, the Sakurai visor, of course.
Zelda, Mario, and Kirby I think have the
Yeah,
most items.
of course, and obviously like.
And
Pokemon by
obviously, I
default.
guess you can count Pokemon because
Yeah.
all the different Pokemon that are
sure.
in the Pokeball.
Sure. I mean, I do think actually, like in terms of items, most franchises, the ones that are in Smash at least, like the Smash franchises are well represented for the most part. Like I think they do a good job.
Yeah, within of like what you can possibly do for
Yeah,
these characters.
like I mean, honestly,
you
like
know,
I'm looking at the roster, I'm like, there isn't missing. I mean, they could have done maybe Bowser Jr.'s brush as an item. That would have been really funny. But like for the most part, they've actually got like most of them down. I think it's about getting.
Yeah, because again, like the thing about items is like they have to be things that aren't tied to the character
Exactly.
directly. Because like here's the thing, because like again, like Splat Bomb could have been an item, but it's on Inkling's down B. So obviously they wouldn't just make it an item and Inkling's down B because then it's like why would it be there twice?
Exactly,
You know?
yeah, so
same with like Snake and his grenades and that sort of thing. So. I mean, the only exceptions to that are like Diddy Kong because he makes a banana peel and you can just get a banana peel as an item.
Right.
Like that's one of the few exceptions I think. But generally, for the most part, if a character has like a move that spawns an item, it's generally like unique to them.
Yeah, I mean, like, going through, I mean, it's funny how, like, I'd love to know, like, I mean, they wouldn't do it, I think, but I'd love to know just percentages of people that use items on in general, because, like, I'm sure there's a ton of people that aren't playing competitively, but, like, even they'll turn items off if they just want it to be purely, like, let's fight on a random stage and with just for fun. Like, I'd love to know the percentage of people playing with items on now.
Well, yeah, because you have your own custom rule sets now. I feel like that could be. They definitely have like data on.
Oh,
that.
for sure, yeah.
And again, I think a lot of us live in a bubble
Yeah, of
when
course.
it comes to like underestimating Smash's casual audience.
We really
like,
do.
We obviously think about what's the best competitively, what's fun, but like if you think about the percentage of people who go to tournaments, watch tournaments,
Oh, it's such a
as
small
opposed to
piece,
like
dude.
aren't like very active. Like let me like how many copies has Ultimate sold?
We're at 20. Well, check. I think it's 17 or 18 million. I'm not sure. Make sure.
Yeah, this was as of April last year. It was 13.81 million. So it's obviously higher.
Yeah,
now.
well, no, we had the stats
actually,
from the latest
like
direct,
17
right?
million now. I think we're at like 17 million.
Yeah, because he said it was the best selling game, best selling fighting game. So I think it's at 8. Oh yeah, it's right here. So we're at 17.68 million. Yeah.
Right.
So I mean,
okay.
yeah.
So think about that, right? Think about how big of a number that is.
That's massive.
Let's go with the biggest Smash tournament, like Ultimate tournament, which is Evo.
Yeah.
Evo had like a peak of like 200,000, like 250,000 about.
Yeah.
Like, because you have to keep in mind, like, not everyone who was watching, Smash Evo finals are people who like Smash. Maybe they just want to support Evo.
Yeah.
So if we ballpark it around like 250,000 or so, that's like what,
Yeah,
like
dude.
1%
Bro, that's
of like
it.
17 million.
And even if you were like to say like, okay, even if you were to say a crazy number like 5 million people play in general, even in their homes, I have competitive rule sets. That's like still 12 million people that are playing casually with items, with random stages on, etc., you know? Like, it cannot be understated of how massive, like, again, items are a big deal to people, yeah, because of the custom rule sets where kids or even older people or whatever just want to do Pokemon matches or it's like, or just random item matches. It's like, I think there's people that just thrive off the chaos. And yeah, that's the thing. It's like, when you really sit down and think about it, like, items are for me when I want to be chaotic. Like when, especially like now that there's up to 8 player smashes, right? Like items are dangerous.
8 player smash with items is wild.
Yeah, it's like even more than 5-6 characters, it's like in general that is just that's how you, to me, that's where Smash is at its chaotic heart mode, right? Where you just have all these items on and you just don't know what's gonna happen. And that's where I always increase the lives on item matches. But again, like, it's like, now I would never do this, but like, when I was younger, it would be so casual to be like, let's do a 50 stock match, right?
Yeah, or definitely I would do like massively, insanely long stock matches with items because it was just so much fun to like, especially in Brawl, like online Brawl, we would just do like really long stock matches.
Brawl, like I remember with my friends, we'd like do a tradition almost every week. I would do 99 lives, and it would be literally like a 3-hour match, and that was insane. But yeah, it's like, that's it. It's like items for like you said, for the bubble we're in. They are really a cool idea and a cool way. Like, that is where the party aspect of Smash really comes from.
Yeah, and there's so many people who are like, I would never, like, items are all, like, items are Smash Bros to me, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of, like I said, the casual audience that just, like, loves to play with those rules, that's, like, the majority. It's just that we live in a bubble where we just really don't, like, interact with a lot of those people, because, like you said, they're younger kids, or they're, you know what I mean, or they're people who aren't really, like, super into Smash, they don't really, like, participate in online discussions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and again, like, it's like, what's cool about items is, unlike assist trophies, they usually don't deconfirm a character or something coming to the game, right? Because, like, obviously, there's the immense stress in when Smash Ultimate was being revealed, when you get to the assist trophy portion of the direct and you're like, oh my god, which of one of my characters that
Although that is, to be fair, that is pretty funny that when Mr. Saturn was in, like, the big mural.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Remember how in the Smash Ultimate there was Mr. Saturn, people are like, what does it mean?
What does this mean? Exactly.
They were like, is Mr. Saturn playable? What's going on? I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that covers it mostly for items. Do you have any final thoughts on them? Anything else you want to add?
No, nothing I want to add. Just like, I do hope that sometime in the future, they've never done it, but it would be super cool to see items gradually get added as a way to support the game, because that's just something nice to mess around with and play with that isn't like a brand new fighter that they could possibly do,
I mean, I would have like it's like, I think I've said this since the beginning of Smash Ultimate, but it feels less and less likely that they're gonna do it as time goes on. I really thought they would make sure this would be the ultimate Smash, and like we would see stuff like we're slowly add all the old stages that we didn't make it yet. We're gonna have all the items. We're gonna do all that shit. Like, that would have been insane if we gradually saw that kind of grow, because that way it would literally be the ultimate. But obviously I can't complain with what we have. But again, it's really cool that they're in there. So yeah, that's it. That's all for this week. Let us know in the comments what are your favorite items in the series, your favorite memories playing with items and stuff. And we will see you all next week. Peace out.
Peace.